Hey friend, welcome back to the Grace-Filled Leader podcast. I'm so glad you're here for part 2 of this 2-episode series where I'm pulling back the curtain on why I'm stepping into the world of functional wellness and what it really means to pursue healing from the inside out. If you haven't listened to yesterday's episode yet, I shared the story behind my why, or at least part of my why, how my husband's recent health struggles and years of watching him push through under chronic stress lit a fire in me to do more than just manage symptoms. I talked about the frustration of feeling helpless, even with a healthcare background, and how things like this made me step back and ask, what if we've been trying to fix the wrong things? Today I want to go just a little bit deeper because the truth is, our bodies were designed to heal. But in today's world, we don't always give them the chance to do it.
Are you a busy woman in leadership who feels pulled in 1,000 directions? Do you wrestle with perfectionism, people-pleasing, or never feeling like you're enough no matter how successful you are on paper? Are you longing for more time, more peace, and more energy to live and lead the way God intended? Sister, you are right where you need to be. Hi, I'm Tanya, a wife, mom, healthcare leader, Christian life coach, and functional health practitioner. I spent decades hustling for my worth through achievement and approval, only to end up burned out and exhausted. But God showed me a better way, a grace-fueled way, and now I help women just like you break free from people-pleasing and overwhelm, lead well, live well, and be well. Here, we blend spirit-driven success with practical leadership, wellness, and mindset strategies so that you can multiply your time and impact without sacrificing your health or your family. If you're ready to lead well, live healthier, and finally find the peace and purpose God has waiting for you, you are in the right place. So roll up your sleeves, sister friends. It's time to reclaim your time, restore your joy, and lead from grace. And just as a reminder, the information you hear on this show is not meant to diagnose, manage, or treat disease. Always consult with your own health practitioner before you make any changes to your health. You've probably heard the term floating around, functional health, maybe in social media, wellness circles, or podcasts, but it's often misunderstood. Functional health is about getting to the root cause of dysfunction, not just managing symptoms that are really a downstream effect of the problem. It asks better questions like, why is the body showing this symptom? What's out of balance and what's causing that imbalance? What systems are overloaded, undersupported, or inflamed? It's not about slapping another Band-Aid. It's about becoming a health detective and creating the right conditions for healing to happen, naturally and intentionally. It's about working with the body's design, not against it. Let's go back to the beginning. God, in His infinite wisdom, knit us together with incredible detail. Psalm 139 says we are fearfully and wonderfully made. That's not just poetry, it's physiology. Our cells communicate. Our nervous systems adapt, our gut lining degenerates and regenerates, our hormones ebb and flow with precision, and our immune system knows how to fight and how to rest. The body is smart. It is wired to repair, regulate, and restore, but only when the environment allows it to. So the problem? Most of us are unknowingly living in environments that sabotage that healing design. Let me share some of the most common disruptors that I've seen and I'm learning about both in my husband's story, my patients, my coaching clients, family members, colleagues, and honestly, in my own life too. Number one, and this is really honestly probably the number one or the problem when we talk about all things stress, chronic stress. It's not just emotional, it impacts every system. And when I talk about stress, I mean the stress, the mental, emotional stress that we kind of know about, the physical and
biomechanical stressors that can happen to us, and the chemical and biochemical stressors that we may not even know about. Stress in all kinds raises cortisol, inflames the gut, disrupts our sleep, suppresses immunity, and drains our hormonal balance. Second is poor sleep. Your body does its healing at night, especially your brain and your endocrine system. Without quality sleep, everything else suffers. Number 3, blood sugar imbalance. Those hangry energy crashes, the cravings, they all signal metabolic instability. Number 4, toxin load. Whether it's from personal care products to plastics to pesticides, our detox systems get overwhelmed. Number 5, gut dysfunction. Bloating, indigestion, food sensitivities, and immune issues often start in the gut. Honestly, they call the gut your second brain for a reason. Everything kind of comes back to or leads from the gut. So many of the underlying problems with our entire organ systems start in, or we can find kind of a root cause and problems in our gut. And finally, nutrient deficiencies. Even if we eat healthy, stress, poor digestion, and processed food leave our cells starved for what they need to rebuild. Now, you might notice that so far I'm keeping the information around functional health pretty high level and kind of basic at this point, and that's on purpose. I will be diving into more detail in future months. But here's the kicker. All of these things I just described aren't isolated issues. They are all interconnected. Stress impacts the gut. Gut issues affect hormones. Hormone imbalances impact your brain. It's all woven together. And what is a cause is also a symptom. And as women, especially women in leadership, we tend to push through. We normalize the exhaustion. We blame age. We accept that this must be what life after 40 feels like. But it's not supposed to be this way. Now, here's the faith connection. And this is what makes my approach a little bit different when it comes to functional health, and why I believe so strongly that God led me here. Because yes, I believe in labs and science and protocols, and I also believe in discernment, peace, and surrender. Your healing journey isn't just about your symptoms, it's about your soul. Chronic stress isn't just bad for your body, it crowds out your capacity to hear from the Lord. When your nervous system is constantly in fight or flight, your spirit gets drowned out. When your hormones are depleted, your emotions feel like a roller coaster. When your gut is inflamed, even your mood and your memory suffers. I don't believe God designed us to grind for His glory. He invited us into rhythms of rest, renewal, and rebuilding. And He designed our bodies for those things. Functional health and wellness is simply a tool to help get you back there by removing what's interfering with your design and restoring what's missing. So what does this look like in practice? Well, soon in my functional health coaching, I'll be walking women through a step-by-step process to investigate the root causes of their fatigue, their health symptoms, and their stress. I'll run functional lab tests that most of which you can't get in traditional medicine, at least not in complete all of the markers, to look at really what's happening beneath the surface. We'll build personal plans using nutrition, sleep, stress reduction, movement, mindset, and faith-based rhythms. Women will learn how to listen to their bodies and trust that they are not broken. And maybe most importantly, to experience what it feels like to live in sync with how God created them, instead of constantly fighting against it. So friend, if you've been feeling off, stuck, foggy, ill or exhausted, I want you to know it's not all in your head. It's not just your age, and it's not something that you just have to live with. Your body is wise. Your symptoms are signals, and your healing is possible. Soon I'll be opening a handful of coaching spots, and I would love to walk this journey with you when I do. If you want to be one of the first to know when the doors open, send me a message on Instagram or Facebook, or better yet, visit gracefilledleader.com/contact and leave me a quick note or voice recorded message. Folks, we are designed to heal. Let's start creating the environment to let that happen. And until next time, do your best to lead well, live well, and be well, sister friend.
I pray this episode blessed you, spoke to you, or encouraged you in some way. If so, please share it with a friend and head on over to Apple Podcasts to leave me a review. That's the only way for me to know if you're enjoying the show. Nothing blesses me more than to hear from you. Also, come on over to our free Facebook community. This is a great place for us to support one another on our faith and leadership journeys. You can find the link to the group in the show notes or go to gracefilledleader.com/community. If you have questions or content ideas for the show, please send me a message on SpeakPipe or via email. Go to gracefilledleader.com/contact and leave a written or voice recorded message. I would love to know how I can best serve you on the podcast. Now to Him who can do immeasurably more than we can ask or imagine, according to His power that is at work within us. Ephesians 3, verse 20. Until next time, my friends, God bless.